My husband told me that I should thank him every day because he is doing me a favor by settling with me. Now he is the one chasing me. My husband Jason started saying he settled for me about 6 months after our wedding when his high school ex Whitney moved back to town looking like an Instagram model. Suddenly I was supposed to be grateful he chose me over all his other options. He'd say it casually like it was fact. You know I settled for you, right? You should appreciate what you have. When I'd cook dinner, he'd say, Whitney was a chef at a real restaurant, but I settled for your basic cooking. When I'd dress up for date night, he'd say, you look nice, but remember I could have had anyone. He made it sound like he was doing me this massive favor by staying married to me. He'd bring it up in front of people too. At dinner parties, he'd tell strangers, I had my pick of women, but I chose stability over beauty. Then he'd pat my hand like he was being generous. His friends would look uncomfortable while he explained how he could have married a model or an actress, but decided to settle for someone average. He'd laugh and say, she should thank me every day. His mother encouraged it. She'd tell me how lucky I was that Jason chose me when he had so many better options. She'd list all the women who wanted him and remind me that I barely made the cut. You were never his first choice, but at least you got him, she'd say, like I'd won some consolation prize. Jason would tell me about women hitting on him at work and say, see what I gave up for you? The least you can do is keep the house clean. When I'd suggest we work on our marriage, he'd say, you should just be thankful I don't trade up. He'd point out younger women when we were out and say, I could get someone like that, but I'm loyal to you. Like loyalty to your wife was some supreme sacrifice. He started demanding more because I should be grateful. I should handle all housework because he is settled. I should never complain because he settled. I should accept him going out with his single friends every weekend because he is settled. When I got promoted at work, he said, don't let it go to your head you're still the one who got lucky here. He'd constantly mention Whitney, how she was opening her own restaurant, how she still looked amazing, how she asked about him. She can't believe I married you, he'd say, laughing. Nobody can. He'd show me her social media and say, this is what I gave up. You owe me. For 2 years this went on. 2 years of being told I was the consolation prize. 2 years of being reminded I wasn't good enough. 2 years of supposed gratitude for him lowering his standards. I stopped arguing because what was the point? He'd just remind me how replaceable I was. Then Jason's company announced layoffs were coming. He wasn't worried because he was sure his position was safe. He was wrong. They let him go first, citing poor performance and bad team dynamics. Turns out his coworkers were tired of hearing how he was too good for everything, including his job. He figured he'd find something better immediately because he was such a catch. 3 months later, he was still unemployed. Nobody wanted to hire someone who spent interviews talking about how the company would be lucky to have him. Meanwhile, my promotion turned into a director position. I was making 3 times what Jason made at his old job.